Headlock's running on quite nicely from behind. Inside the final furlong then, it's Aztec Empire who's strolling home by 6 or 7 lengths. Aztec Empire. David Probert double here lands the odds for Andrew Balding. Good run by...
Up the rail, over on the far side, Law of the Sea. Priano's trying to stay on under James Doyle. Atnamara can find no more. Inside the final furlong, Giavolotto still leading. Priano not closing, about 3 lengths behind and heading up towards the line. Win number 3 and the first one on the grass for Giavolotto. Neil Callan, 45 for the year, and a win there for Marco Botti in second place.
And on the far side, Gold Maze out in the centre, Trawlerman, Soapy Stevens, Backdoor is racing on strongly, then Semhan behind these, and Boss Power on the far side. Trawlerman holding them all at bay at the moment.
View it. Perhaps it's a new partnership coming up, but very well backed late on. Law of the Sea. Some people sitting there with 7-2 vouchers, so they'll be quite happy with it. But looks competitive enough.
That'll do, won't it? Law of the Sea then 15-8. Just on the time for the opener at Haydock, it was quite markedly slow actually. I'm surprised at that, over 1.5 miles. But I guess they didn't go that quick. It was 13 seconds slow on the proposed quick round. So there we are. Maybe that watering your feet got now. Maybe it's had an impact. Law of the Sea 15-8. All yours.
15-8 then to make amends that run in the Chester Cup where so much went wrong. How keen he was early in the race. I've sort of watched it halfway thinking, well, this will walk when he was off the bridle. He was that keen, but he didn't. He kept going, but he got a troubled passage, and force doesn't tell you the story.
Not at all. No, he could have won the Chester Cup. I think you're right. Under different circumstances, shaped really well. Clearly a well handicapped horse on the evidence of that run, and an in form one as well. Just starting out for Ian Williams. He's only having his second start for the yard. And yeah, he's a horse that could easily progress through the handicap ranks potentially this season. He's been given a chance by the handicapper anyway on the pick of his form when he was with John Gosden as a younger horse. So he's a big player, isn't he, in this field, and a strong favourite. I suppose the fact that he is a keen goer, things can always go wrong on another day, like they did last time out. I suppose you can become a bit of a hostage to fortune at times, but William Buick in the saddle. And as long as he does settle and do things right, he's got a very good chance. When the Gosdens had him, they were keen to keep him away from easy ground, which he had at Chester. So back on a sounder surface today, Red Hood coming off. Particularly a pace to run at? I'm not sure. I think he'll probably have to be handier, to be honest. I don't think we'll go mad in front. Maybe Solent Getaway could end up taking them on, but I wouldn't be surprised if William Buick himself ended up sort of going forward. He's a horse that has raced prominently in the past anyway. Ran really well at Ascot from the front one day in good company. So he can be ridden in that way. I think he'd probably prefer that than try to take him back and then him not settle. So we'll see, but it could be a bit of a muddling race tactically. Mountain Road, he will have nothing to do with early gallop. He'd have fine years, a 3-year-old. He did. 2 wins on the all-weather, though. He's got to prove that he's as good on the grass, hasn't he? He did have a little bit of form on the grass. I think Solent Gateway is a proven good quality stayer that's running some tough staying races. I thought he had a good chance in them, acknowledging that Law of the Sea was the one to beat. Holly Doyle on board. Neil Callan hasn't got here as of yet. Right, last couple go forward. Max Buchanan looks like he will complete the lineup for Charlie Johnson and Conor Beasley. Let's get back up to the thing. Get the call.
Down last in. We're just about ready. And they're off. Carl Zola was a step slow with a long way to go for the Betfair TV Helnook Handicap Stakes. 2 miles and 45 yards. Rashun is up there early on. The dark blue horse with the cheek pieces for Callum Rodriguez. Holly Doyle has Solent Gateway up there as well. The green cap towards the inside. And it's Solent Gateway in the cheek pieces. Far side out wider is Rashun, also cheek pieced. Behind those is Law of the Sea in the black and white, 4th in the Chester Cup last time, racing on the inside for William Buick. So that one's outside. 1 out, 1 back is the Max We Can, the red, white and blue. Behind those, the Irish Raider First Man under Patrick Harnett is racing on the inside with a noseband, black cap with a white star. 2 lengths back to find Frankie Dettori on Carzola, the green, orange and white colours. And the back marker held up by Sean Levy is Mountain Road in the pink and blue checks as they pass the line with a circuit to go in the Hell Nook. And up front, the leader is Solent Gateway under Holly Doyle. Leads by 3 parts. Reshun is in second place. Law of the Sea is on the inside in third. The Max We Can racing in fourth. First Man is behind those in fifth place. And then comes Carzola, who won at Doncaster last time. She's up on the outside. And then the horse towards the back of the field, Mountain Road, under Sean Levy, is the early back marker as they head down the far side now. So they've covered the first 3/4 of a mile, and they're heading inside the final 10 furlongs of their journey. The leader is Solent Gateway by 1 length to Reshun racing in second. Law of the Sea is in third. The Max We Can is up on the outside in the quarters in fourth. Back on the inner in the noseband, blue colours, that is First Man, the Irish Raider. Then comes Carzola in the green and orange, followed by Mountain Road, who's close up. So they continue their journey towards the midway point of the back straights, keeping wide down the far side. Solent Gateway and Holly Doyle leads the field by a half length. Reshun is still in second place. Law of the Sea is under a tight hold on the inside in third. Racing behind him is the Max We Can. Then comes First Man from Carzola. And the back marker is still Mountain Road. No change in the order. They continue the run towards the final 6.5 furlongs. Approaching the end of the far side. The leader is Solent Gateway by a half length to Reshun up on the outside in second. On the inner in the black and white is Law of the Sea. Is racing just ahead of the Max We Can up on the outer. Behind him is First Man, and then Carzola, and the back marker is still Mountain Road as they now make the turn. Left-handed inside the final 6 furlongs. They'll go towards the side of the course and begin this long swing back towards home. The leader is still Solent Gateway by a neck to Reshun, who's trying to get a bit closer on the outside. On the inner is Law of the Sea under William Buick. In fourth place then is the Max We Can, followed by First Man and Carzola. And the back marker is still Mountain Road. Sean Levy in no hurry. Turning for home, 4 furlongs left to travel. And still in front is Solent Gateway, now begins to just up the ante in front. Leads by a length to Reshun, now shaken up in second. Law of the Sea's got a nice seam through on the inside. One off the fence, out wide of the Max We Can. Carzola, Frankie is driving away, and there's not a great deal of response as they head down, still with 2.5 furlongs to go. It's still Solent Gateway on the far side who leads. Law of the Sea has got alongside but has not got past. The Max We Can out wide, and then comes First Man, but Solent Gateway keeps on finding for Holly as they head inside the 2. It's still Solent Gateway the leader. Law of the Sea trying to close in second. The Max We Can wider out in third, and then comes First Man, nothing from off the pace. It's still Solent Gateway. Law of the Sea will have one more go though as they head inside the final half furlong on the far rail. Solent Gateway is still leading from Law of the Sea, and Solent Gateway driven out will hold on. Winning spare for Holly Doyle. Solent Gateway wins for Hugo Palmer. Second place in the end was Law of the Sea. Close for third, the Max We Can, and the running on Mountain Road, and then came First Man.
She'll be on the Platinum King in one of her features later on, the Temple Stakes. Holly Doyle, that was a nice way to warm up. Solent Gateway making it all, holding on from the favourite Law of the Sea for William Buick in second. Tight for third between the Max We Can and Mountain Road. Martin's just telling me that it is the Max We Can is got there.
And Solent Gateway, nice spur to pick up for Holly Doyle, and a nicely ridden winner as well. From the front, dictated the pace, stacked them up, saved a bit on the front end, and he was very game. He's dangerous when he's allowed to do this in front, and he's got some good form in some strong staying races over the last couple of seasons. This was another game effort from him.
Yeah, we'll try and grab a word with winning trainer Hugo Palmer, who you're a big fan of, or Holly Doyle, seemed to good effect.